Hey, you consider replacing the trunk pan in your classic car? Well, we're replacing one in this 1956 Chevy Bel Air, and this is going to be an unboxing of a 1955 to 1957 Tri-5 Chevy trunk pan. We just ordered it, came in, unboxed it, and I'll show you what to expect if you order one of these. So if you're interested in seeing that, stay tuned. All right, welcome to Restoring Christine. We're restoring a 1956 Chevy Bel Air in my home garage. It's a do-it-yourself project that's been underway now for about 8 months. The most recent thing that we completed was the installation of the floor pan. I've got a video out as part of my channel. It's video number 19, and it was the unboxing of the floor pan. And I thought what I'd do now is I'm getting ready to replace the trunk pan, as you can see. So I've got that in a box, and I thought that's what we would do today, is we would just do an unboxing, a simple, short little video, show you what to expect if you get one of these, what it looks like, what it includes, what you may need to add from your own part from your car or recover from your car. So that's what we're going to do in this video. Stay tuned. So if you ordered any major parts for any one of your restoration projects, things like the hood, trunk pan, doors, they're big items. So they come in big boxes. They have to be shipped via truck freight. So it's a little different than getting it straight from the UPS or FedEx truck, but it's not too bad. You know, it's really not. So this trunk is actually in the trunk pan is in a box, and you see the size of it. In fact, it's labeled new hood box, and it's less than 60 inches by 60 inches. So it's like 5 foot by 5 foot, roughly. And you can see this is packaged in California, even though I'm more than certain that this part is not made in the US. I'm pretty sure this is an imported part. So this came from Classic Industries. You can see they're out of California, Huntington Beach. I ordered this part maybe, I think in August, and it came in. I've had it sitting in my garage, just it's been on the side taking up space. It's in the way, but I'd rather have parts in line and ready to go in sooner rather than later. So rather than wait until I need it to order it, I order it, have it sitting on the side, and then you can go ahead and plug it in when you're ready, when you finally get to that point. So let me go ahead and get you set up and we can unbox this thing. So I've not yet unboxed this. I've opened the end and I've just kind of peeked in just to make sure that, hey, yeah, it is a trunk pan, and it does have the wheel well. So I really haven't even cracked it open. In fact, the box has been sitting on the side and tipped over for so long that it's kind of warped. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this thing open if we can. I don't remember how much I paid for this. It wasn't too bad. But I started to repair that trunk pan that I've got in the car. I started to repair it, and quickly as I started to put patches in, I realized I was going to have too much of a quilt, so I decided not to do it. I decided, you know what, I'd be better off just cut my losses, get a new pan, and just go with it like that. So that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing here. Excuse me. Well, there you go. So we're upside down and we're sideways. Other side. Oh, what's this? It's that package of something. I don't know what that is. Some attachments. All right, that's good. I'm betting this is something that I thought maybe I had to order separately. Glad I didn't. Let's see what else. Let's see. Well, okay. This is part number TF40073355 to 57, trunk floor with braces, USA. Huh, it is made in the US. Oh, I'll be, okay. Well, that's cool. Man, that's nice. I didn't expect that. This box undone. Welding all kinds of parts, and I'm making all kinds of crazy things. Like I'm going to be defeated by cardboard. All right. So you'll notice the first thing is I ordered mine with the wheel well. You can get it with the wheel well delete. I chose not to. I actually plan on having it pristine. I'm going to get me a little skinny steel tire and a little skinny wheel, and I'm going to use a spare just like it was intended. I'm going to go for a period look. I don't want it to, it's going to be a Resto Mod hot rod, but I am going to keep a regular stock spare in it, and I'll probably do something a little interesting with it, but we'll see. So you can see this pan. I'm just going off of my eye and feel. This feels like a heavy gauge material. This is not much different, or it's probably not any different than the steel that I've been using to create my patches. So this impresses me to be about 18 gauge steel, even though I don't have a mic handy to measure it. Let's see. These are the two on the bottom as you're looking at this. These are the two shock mounts. So there's a spot here on the top where the shocks mount. Let's see what the other side looks like. Let's see, which way we're going to put it in the same orientation as the car. Let's do that. Let's look at the top side real quick. So I kept the old trunk. I pulled it out, and it's just still underneath underneath pristine. But let's tape off this. I don't know what they were doing with tape. But I'm recognizing all the little parts that are on this, and here these little covers that go on top of the mounts for the gas tank. Here's your two stiffeners for your gas tank. The tub for the spare tire. I'm not quite sure what these little things are. These are probably for packaging, just to keep the flange from getting beat up. But this looks like this comes all the way back to the sail panel, and I'm gonna have to look at that because I got my sail panel on the car, and I know I've got some corrosion back there to see what it looks like. But there you go. Let me get you off the tripod and we'll walk around this thing. You know, I'm pleased, and in fact, I'm a little giddy right now that I just learned that it's made in the USA. That's really cool. So many of these parts are made in Taiwan, made overseas, and you know, they allow us to keep these Tri-5s running. They allow us to keep our classic cars running. But you would prefer if it would be, you know, American made. Looks like really good spot welds, really good quality welds here in this part. Looks like it's not drilled for the shock tower. I noticed on the bottom it had a hole in the bracket, but it didn't drill the top. On the top, on the car, you can see right there, that's where it is. It's got a big hole and a big hole, and that one doesn't have any. So let's see, I'll pull that out too, and you can see that will compare it. So pause while I do that. All right, remember the commercials. Is it live or is it Memorex? Well, let's see what we got as far as accuracy. So here's the original pan. You can see the little X stamps, the little embossings, and then the two cover plates for the fuel tank. And it's got the little X embossings and the two covers for the plate for the fuel tank. That looks good. It looks like it's got the double groove over there. It's got the rib here. It looks like factory original, man. It looks like it's a pretty accurate replica of exactly what we had, except it doesn't have the holes drilled. I don't know why they didn't do that. I really don't. So it's got the flange all the way around. It's got the little indent here. Then that's where you get a body filler. You put a seam sealer. You put seam sealer, not body filler. Definitely not body filler. Not Bondo. Seam sealer. I'm not quite sure how this aligns, so I'm going to have to look at mine. I cut mine short, and I've got that all here. So it looks like it goes underneath the sail panel, and mine is patched. Mine is patched. I don't know if you can see this. But I've got, somebody put a patch underneath here, and I need to see what was the original and how did the sail panel originally attach to that trunk pan. So we'll have to see that. Let's see what else. It looks like, oh, here we go. So even though I ordered it with the wheel well, the spare tire wheel well, you notice that on mine, on the original, it's got some hardware there. It looks like I'm gonna have to recover that. I believe that's to hold a spare in, and if not, it's to hold a jack in, and I don't have a factory jack. But those two need to be recovered. It looks like pretty much that might be it as far as recovering anything. So it looks like on the bottom. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 supports for the fuel tank straps. And let's see what we got here. I believe I saw them before we flipped it over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. As far as being complete, it looks very complete. Now, it doesn't have, it's not primed. It's bare metal. So I had on my plan, it was my plan today to go ahead and put this, to finish prepping my trunk and to put this in, but I can tell right now that I'm gonna have to paint that. So I'm wondering if I should paint that first, because it's gonna take a little bit to get it cleaned up and prepped. So let's clean it, prime it, then paint it. I would rather do that while it's off the car. So that might slow me down, but I don't know what else to cover about this. You can see how it fits. This this goes over the rear axle housing, and the way this does is this overlaps the inner floor pan. So the inner floor pan has a flange that comes back to here, and that's what this comes across, dips down, and then goes over, and then this and those two flanges mate. I'm gonna have to weld it around the perimeter around the wheel well. I've got to get that cleaned up on both sides. Let's see what else. Looks like it's got, from here, it's got the little mount, not the mount, it's got the little camel hump to clear the fuel inlet. So I just tilted up to show you one more thing. It's got a beam across the backside, and I know on mine that was eaten alive. So let's see, that's probably, where did I cut mine? I cut mine right here. Right here, you can see it. I cut mine just right at the edge of this. So that beam, I guess, is what was supposed to be on my car and is not. I think it's corroded. Watch this. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so underneath here is a beam. Oh, look at that. There's nothing left to it. Oh, man. Now I get it. I get it. Watch. When I was pulling a body off the car, the body, I couldn't get two bolts off the back. And watch, part of the body is still on the frame. So check this out. Somebody tried to patch this with Bondo. This is ridiculous. You can see here. So that's the rest of that beam. So this beam, which I just showed you my car on Christine, is on the trunk pan. So you get that. And so underneath it, it looks like you get the beam, you get the 4 fuel tank mounts, and on the top you don't get these brackets. You don't get these brackets that are for the. Well, actually, you know what? So hold on a second. I said you didn't get some pieces, parts. Let's see what's in that bag. All right. My bag happens to be busted. Let's see what this is. Okay. So that is about it. It looks like it's a piece. It's the piece for the trunk latch. So it looks like a trunk latch. I guess the strike for the trunk latch. Screws in. I guess that's adjustable. And this attaches to the trunk pan. So it's going to go somewhere over here, and we'll figure that out. But so I was right. It didn't come with the two parts for the spare tire for the jack. But anyway, that's going to do it. So hopefully this little bit will help someone. If you're thinking about buying one of these, you'll have a better idea of what to expect. But I tell you what, you know, we're working on this car, and I've been, like I said, 8 months now. So I'm going to put this in the next couple of videos, or maybe probably just the one video. I'll probably have one video on it. We'll show the installation of the trunk pan. If you're interested, the last handful of videos that I did were installation of the floor pan. So if you're interested in those, they're out there. Episodes 27, 8, 9, or something like that, or up to episode 30. That's it. Episode 30 was putting in that floor pan. So anyway, if you're liking the videos, please give us a thumbs up. If you're liking the channel, please give us a subscription. We'll be back at you real soon. We're going to work on it this weekend. So until then, take care of yourself. Cheers.